Bayou Time Sports is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda and Barker Kia.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Bayou Time Sports. I'm Stan Gravois. I would make the argument that there was a time when American Legion baseball was the everything in the summer for our high school athletes. Not only our high school athletes, some who have gone on to complete their freshman year of college eligibility. Maybe not that way anymore with Swampland League and all the other leagues that happen, travel ball, those things. But American Legion is still a power in our state, and the state tournament is going on as we speak right now over at Kirsch Rooney in New Orleans. And we have a team that is a favorite in that thing, and that is the Southland Hogs. There you see the 8 qualifiers for the State American Legion baseball tournament. Obviously, we're pulling for the Southland Hogs. They are comprised of kids from our area. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you a rundown of all of those kids real quickly right now. Tucker Carlos of Thibodeau High School, Chevy Bourgeois of CCA, Hunter Guillot of Thibodeau High School, Tristan Rogers of CCA, Noah Jarisco of Morgan City High, Braden Claymore of South Terrebonne, Logan Rogers of HL Bourgeois, Tommy Mancuso of Morgan City, Peyton Trosclair of CCA, Owen Trosclair of CCA, Brody Hebert, young man who's actually playing in Centenary right now. He's graduated high school, but he played over at HL Bourgeois. Lincoln Dupre from South Terrebonne, Brennan Champon from CCA, Kyle Stansberry, a great pitcher from Berwick, Jason Matthews, a little bit more on him in just a little while. He is from Berwick, and Kaysen Perry, a youngster from CCA, comprised that Southland Hogs team that is playing over in New Orleans, trying to get a state championship in American Legion. Then you have the Crowley Millers, obviously from the Crowley area, Notre Dame of Crowley, Crowley High School, even Rain High School, Church Point High School, all play there. I know a lot of you are saying, well, wait a minute. There was a time when American Legion was just one single or maybe 2 schools that shared the same attendance zone. That's not the way it is anymore. Now it's more regional in nature. As a matter of fact, you see the St. Landry Aces, that's St. Landry Bank in the Opelousas area, and they have kids that are from Opelousas Catholic, Opelousas High School, Ville Platte, all that area. Retief Oil might be the one team that still stays one school based, and they are out of Jesuit High School in New Orleans. The Lafayette Drillers are based at Acadiana High School, but they have a bunch of different high schools around Lafayette that play for that team. Gulf Bank, the 29ers are from Abbeville. They have Abbeville High School, Vermilion Catholic in those schools, Erath in that area. And finally, your defending state champions, the Bossier Phillies, out of obviously the Bossier and Shreveport area. They got kids from Benton, Mendon, Parkway, you name it, all around there, Evangel, that all play on that team. Let's look at the scoreboard. This all started on Saturday. And Saturday, our Hogs got a big win over the Lafayette Drillers, 13-6. The Crowley Millers got a big win over the Karen Crow Aces, 11-1. Retief Oil, that team that we worry about, because obviously it's Jesuit kids, they had no problems with Gulf Coast Bank, And finally, you see Bossier, the Aces. That's the team that I worry about. Bossier, let me correct that, defeated the Aces of St. Landry 13-3, and Bossier was your defending state champions, also made it to the American Legion World Series last year. You have to go the regionals next, and then you make it all the way. Let's take a look at what happened yesterday on Sunday. The Hogs get a resounding win yesterday behind the pitching of Jason Matthews and Owen Trosclair of CCA. The young man, Jason Matthews, who signed to play at Southern University, and Owen, who is only going to be a senior next year at CCA, combined for a no-hitter in that one. So the Hogs are on their way. They are still undefeated in the tournament. So are the Bossier Phillies, folks. They had no problems with Crowley yesterday. They win 10-1 in that game. The Lafayette Drillers stayed out of elimination. They actually eliminated Gulf Coast. Final in that one was 5-3. And the Karen Crow Aces went down. They are eliminated. They were knocked out by the St. Landry Bank Aces. Final in that one, 12-6. So you have Karen Crow, who is out, Lafayette Drillers, who is out, Gulf Coast Bank and St. Landry Bank holding on by the skin of their teeth, and the 2 that are in the driver's seat right now are the Southland Hogs and the Bossier Phillies. They will be playing tonight tonight. Now, there is weather problems in the New Orleans area, and a lot of games have been moved around. But if all can be played tonight, it will be played at Kirsch Rooney, which is on the campus of Delgado, right there by City Park. It'll be the Southland Hogs and the Bayou Phillies, and I don't think there's any argument from anybody that those are the two best teams in American Legion Baseball in the state of Louisiana. The two teams did play earlier in the year, and the Southland Hogs actually shut out Bayou. Bayou is made up of a lot of kids who actually play at Northwestern State. They were freshmen at Northwestern State. They have the Glenbrook pitcher from a couple of years ago who was so terrific there. So they are certainly a force to be reckoned with. But I think that our Southland team is made up of kids this year that sort of have the right stuff, and we're going to keep up with that team. Again, if you win the state tournament, you move on to a regional tournament in American Legion Baseball, which is played early next month. Then you move on to the American Legion World Series. So it's not straight to the World Series. You have to actually go through a process to get to the World Series. But I think, oh man, you'd have to go back to Hercules Wire and Rope or Bill's House of Trophies back in the early 80s to remember a team that we've had from this area who actually has competed and done this well. So we do hope Southland can get a big win tonight if that game is played with weather considerations against the Bayou Phillies and move on. We'll keep you up to date with all of that as it becomes available. Got to take a break. We'll be back with more Bayou Time Sports after this.
This segment was brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda and Barker Kia.